Welcome into Casteel High School. I'm Jordan Spurgeon alongside Ethan Ryder, and we've got a pretty good matchup today between Casteel and Gilbert. Gilbert comes in 5-2, 4-0 in conference play, number 27 in Arizona, number 4 in Division 5A. I'm Jordan Spurgeon alongside Ethan Ryder, and as Ethan gets his board set up here, Ethan, what do you expect from this game? We got to talk to both coaches, Coach Aaron Windler and Coach Jake Casteel for Gilbert, and so maybe starting with Gilbert, the away team here. What are you expecting from them tonight?
I think this is going to be a really interesting game just because these are two teams that played early on this season, and it was a big win for Gilbert in terms of the scoreline, but there's a lot of different things coming into this one just in terms of what's happening and what we're doing. And we talked to coaches earlier in the game or earlier before the game, and you could tell that they're expecting a little bit different of a game. We talked to Coach Jake Casteel for Gilbert, and he's expecting a closer game as well. A big one of those reasons is Reed Shuey is out injured tonight. He's been out injured. He was out injured in their last game against Highland, where their 5-game winning streak was broken in only a 3-point loss. And what was a close game, they fought back in that game. They ended up making it close at the end as well. But that's a big deal. That's a 6'6" player with 220 pounds. That's a big kid that you're replacing. The guy coming in is Elijah Johnson, who's good in his own right, but at 5'10", 150 pounds, it's someone that's just not quite the same level.
Giving up the height. Like,
you're
I'm
clearly
5'10".
going, yeah,
6'6"
exactly.
to 5'10" is a pretty big
exactly.
gap.
So you're clearly losing a little bit of height there. You're going a little bit more small ball. But an interesting thing I thought from talking to Casteel was he's not going to change anything. Of course, it means your number one post guy is going to now end up being, or your second post guy is now going to end up being your number one post defender, your third, all that. It kind of goes down the line like that. But that's something that's definitely be something to look out for, especially with the big players on Casteel as well.
Yeah, for Gilbert, the motto, the team is the star. That's something they're going to play with tonight. Next man up mentality coming for them. Real quick before we get to the anthem here, Casteel. Coach Windler, we talked to him a few minutes ago. What are you expecting from Casteel tonight?
Casteel, I'm expecting to go to the bigs. He talked about post touches. I mean, you look at Carson Ledbetter, 6'6". You're looking at a player like Tyson Coleman at 6'4". Two big players with a big player out for Gilbert. That's going to be something that they're going to need to go to. And then you got to make shots. That's what he said, and it makes sense against a team of Gilbert's caliber. You're going to have to hit the shots at the end of the game. Yeah,
got to make shots. One player to watch out for, freshman guard Jeremiah Newcomb. 6 points per game so far, but he's finding his stroke, and Coach mentioned that he needs to start shooting better. He's also on the football team. He was a freshman on varsity as well there. His dad's the football coach. So we'll watch out for him tonight as well in the starting lineup. But we'll be right back after the anthem. And welcome back inside Frank Fletcher Gymnasium here at Queen Creek at Casteel High School, where the Colts are set to take on Gilbert. I'm Jordan Spurgeon alongside Ethan Ryder. Thank you for tuning in. For those of you that aren't able to attend today, we are glad to bring you the stream and let you know what's happening here at Casteel High School at Frank Fletcher Gymnasium. So we're almost underway here. We've got a great crew out here manning the cameras and manning the stream, doing a great job, as always, here at Casteel. And this is going to be a fun one, Ethan.
It definitely is. And it's just one of those things. It's just a shame that people can't be here to see it. You know, I mean, it's the right thing to do. Safety protocols, all of that, wearing the masks and everything that's going down. AIA has done a great job to make sure everything's been happening, considering there was a strong possibility at one point that games weren't even going to happen. So we're glad to be able to take it to you, show you what is happening, give you this game if you are watching from home. We're very glad to show you what these kids are doing on the basketball court.
Starting lineups brought to you by, oh wait, we don't have an advertisement there. Brought to you by me.
Brought to you by Jordan
Brought to you by me. Starting with Gilbert.
The Spurge.
That's the nickname, right? All right, starting with Gilbert. Number 2, Elijah Johnson. Number 4, Tampa Scott, the captain. Number 20, Carter Carab. Number 22, Carson Holm. And 23, Nico Pentaluti, the leading scorer for Gilbert. Now at Casteel. Starting at guard, Preston Greco, number 2. Joining him is Dre Sherwood, number 3, and Jeremiah Newcomb, number 12. The 2 forwards, we mentioned them earlier when we were talking about a little bit of analysis here. Tyson Coleman, number 11, and Carson Ledbetter. The 2 leading scorers for Casteel round out the starting 5 for the Colts tonight.
And it's the big one that you talked about there for Gilbert is undoubtedly Nico Penalute, and he has been a very good so far this year. I mean, he's averaging 14.8 points per game, 7.5 rebounds per game, 2.8 assists per game. He's apparently become very vocal, according to Coach Casario. He's been someone that's been good all season. He had a strong game last game against Highland. He's just had strong games back to back to back to back to back. And it's definitely something to look out for, as well as Tampa Scott.
Yeah, that's going to be something to look out for. Something to look out for, too, tonight, the fits, the coaches. We got the sweats and the jacket, and we got the blue blazer and the suit as well.
It's definitely
Choose your preference.
It's definitely a kind of an opposite preference.
Absolutely. It's opening tip underway. Gilbert wins the tip. So they're going to give it off to Tampa Scott, the point guard for the team. He's going to direct the offense here, trying to get a screen. Scott working his defender. Bad pass almost goes out of bounds, but saved there by Nico Penaludi. Nico kicks it back out. Gives it to Elijah Johnson. Elijah into Nico. Penaludi double teamed. Kicks it in. Gets it out. Shot is up. No good. Rebound. No good again. Nice defense there from Casteel as they're going to push the tempo here. That was Carter Karab trying to get the bucket in twice there with the offensive board as well. Casteel shot from 3. Off the front of the rim, off the backboard, and no good there. That shot attempt from Dre Sherwood pulling up with confidence. But it's going to be out on Gilbert, so Casteel coming in.
You can already see the height advantage. I think a big player for Gilbert is going to be Carter Karab because he's one of the only players with that height, and you saw him go in pretty strong there. So we'll
That's
see what he can do.
That's going to be something to watch out for. Casteel on the inbounds here. Dre Sherwood goes to his left. Sherwood kicks it off. Going around the horn. Preston Greco has to pick up his dribble. Kicks it back out. Tyson Coleman working his defender. Coleman to Sherwood. Sherwood kicks it out to Ledbetter. Ledbetter to Newcomb. Newcomb pulls up from the free throw line. Too strong off the back of the rim. Nice offensive board there, going over 2 defenders.
Calls a travel in the
we are going to get a travel.
That's just tough. That's one of those where you can't really fault him. That's a heck of a play in terms of effort-wise, and then he just ends up falling over after he gets that board.
So full effort there for Carson Ledbetter. Still 0-0 here, 6:40 remaining in the first quarter. As Gilbert gets into lane early, kicks it back out. Top here, Tampa Scott. Scott working on Sherwood. Works it inside to Penaludi. Penaludi dribbles. Kicks it back out. Nice ball movement here from Gilbert, by the way. They're really doing a good job getting it in. This time shot is up. Elijah Johnson goes up strong, but no good off the rim. And now Casteel looking to push the tempo here. So 2 really good defensive stands for the Colts so far with a lot of ball movement from Gilbert. Sherwood working the outside. Gets it to Greco. Greco inside to Ledbetter. Goes up strong. Tyson Coleman gets the board, makes it off the glass. Tyson Coleman with the first bucket of the night for Casteel tonight.
That was great effort once again, and you're just seeing that presence, that offensive presence in terms of height for Casteel, definitely coming in early.
So Gilbert's shot is up. Bounces off the rim twice there, no good there. Shot attempt by Tampa Scott. Casteel pushing the tempo, getting in the lane early. Kicks it out, almost picked off, and it is stolen. Gilbert going the other way. Pulls up for mid-range. Shot is no good. Too strong off the glass there. Rebound Casteel. Sherwood pushing the tempo. Stops to reset the offense. Working on Scott. Tries to get a pick. Pick no good. Good defense there by Scott. Newcomb getting a little handsy there. Getting some advantage there. Kicking it in. Tyson Coleman.
Continuing to get the post touches down, though.
Coleman working the post. Nothing good there. Sherwood up. just off, no good there. Rebound Gilbert. And they're going to push it up the floor. Gets in the lane quickly. Shot no good. Body the floor, no foul. Gets the offensive board. Gets fouled on the way up.
And that's just pure effort right there as well. And you're already seeing what both coaches were talking about early on in the game. They clearly know what they're talking about because it's already happened. Just that height advantage from Casteel is huge already, but you're seeing a lot of effort from both teams to kind of try to counteract what the other team's doing.
Yeah, that's going to be something that plays a large role throughout the rest of this game and could make it close throughout. As the first free throw is up and good. Nice job there from Carson Holm at line, the 6'3" center. Going to have a big night tonight, filling in a little bit for that size disadvantage that they have going on.
And then it goes down the team when you're talking about that, because theoretically number 2 is the one coming in, but Elijah Johnson is not quite the same height as we talked about.
Second free throw, no good. Rebound to Gilbert, though, so second chance opportunity here. They've gotten a couple of those already. Scott working outside. Back to Scott. Crossover off the pick. In the corner, can't see it, but the shot is good. Nothing but net for Elijah Johnson from downtown.
Talking about Johnson there, that's something that you might not get from a bigger player, but he hits it from downtown.
So 4-2, Gilbert up over Casteel. Casteel working it, trying to get in the lane right here, working it around. Shot goes up and it's good.
And that's just not fair. There's not much that Tampa Scott can do there.
Yeah, Carson's got the full advantage there, working the mismatch there against Scott, and goes up for an easy bucket, make it 4-4. Gilbert working it now. Scott finds an open man. Elijah Johnson from downtown, just off the front of the rim. Offensive rebound there by Gilbert. Nice job by Carter Carab, getting his third offensive board of the night. Now they're going to go to Penaludi. Penaludi in the paint, working size disadvantage here. But good defense there as they pull up from downtown. No good. Offensive board again. Scott goes in. Nothing but net on the floater. Watch out. Floater alert.
That was a great cut to end up getting that ball. And that's going to be something they're going to need to do. It's going to have to be a lot of movement because of the size difference.
So Casteel working around the horn. Down 6-4. Shot fake there. Has to pick up his dribble. Back to Sherwood. Sherwood downtown. Elijah Johnson gets caught. Sherwood makes him pay from downtown. Nothing but net. Make it 7-6 Casteel over Gilbert.
Tiny bit of daylight and he took it.
So Gilbert working it around. Penaludi working in the post. Hasn't been able to get anything going so far. The leading scorer for Gilbert. Bad pass there off the Colts. The turnover. Looking at Sherwood from downtown again. Can he make it 2 for 2? Yes, he can. Sherwood back-to-back threes. Make it 10-6 Casteel over Gilbert.
Big shots by Sherwood there.
Nice job setting him up by Nate Coe as well in transition. Not an easy play to give that up and find the open man there. We get a travel over on the other side there. And Casteel forcing Gilbert to play a little bit edgy here.
I think we're seeing right now what Coach Windler talked about early on when we talked to him. He talked they're going to go face-to-face with Penalude. And they're doing it so far, and he's getting no room at all so far in this game, and they're trying to force others to do so. And they're doing that pretty well. And even Tampa Scott, they always had that one floater. So they're doing well defensively.
They're locking in on defense. Couple new players in. Greco back in the game. It's going to be a foul on Gilbert. So Casteel will hold on to the ball here. And Jeremiah Newcomb is going to be the inbound passer here for Casteel. Rocking the pink kicks. Kicks it out. Nice inbound pass there from Newcomb to Greco. Back to Newcomb. It's being locked up by Tampa Scott. Newcomb finds Greco. Greco drives inside, goes up, and gets the foul. No good on the shot attempt, but he will get 2 free throws. So nice job getting penetration into the lane and drawing a foul when he goes up.
I love the aggressiveness there, especially with a team like Casteel right now with the size advantage that we're talking about. You're allowed to take a couple maybe not as smart shots, more aggressive shots like that. You draw the foul in that instance, but sometimes it might not be a foul, and you might be able to get that offensive rebound anyways.
So Greco's first free throw attempt off the front and the back of the rim does go in, make it 11-6 Casteel over Gilbert. So this is the start that Casteel was looking for tonight.
Yeah, that's for sure. Especially after a loss to this team earlier in the season, you know they're taking this one personal.
So Sherwood back in the game now for Casteel. As he misses the second free throw off the front of the rim in the glass, still 11-6, 1 of 2 from the line. Both teams missing a free throw here so far in the first quarter. Scott working on Sherwood. Scott kicks it to the corner. Goes to Shea Kerr. Bad pass, out of bounds. Good pressure there from the Colts, and that'll be another turnover for Gilbert.
And that just comes. They're just hustling on defense, the Colts. And they just can't really, Gilbert just can't really find a way to get through whatever it is.
Bringing the energy, that's what it's all about. Casteel working on offense, trying to get into the lane. Shot is up from Greco, just in and out of the rim. No good there, rebounded by Gilbert. Scott pulls up from mid-range, no good. Now they go to Sherwood. Sherwood pushing the tempo, really going up tempo here for Casteel tonight. Something that they do try to do when they can. Greco outside to Sherwood. Sherwood letting the offense develop. Greco going around the paint. Mason Mosley goes into lane, goes up strong, just misses, rolls off the rim. Shot no good. Scott working on Sherwood, crossover middle lane, back around, kicks it in the paint. Carter Carab. Carter working, stuff so far, back to Scott, kicks it out. Shot is up from downtown, too strong off the back of the rim, no good. Almost an offensive board, but Casteel holds on to it. Still 11-6. Under 10 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Casteel looking to extend the lead going into the second quarter. Ball is loose. Pulls up from half court. Almost goes in, no good. Shot is thrown up, it almost goes in. Preston Greco, almost a miracle shot there to end the first quarter to try to extend the lead, but the Colts are up. 11-6. We'll be right back after a quick timeout for the second quarter. I'm Jordan Spurgeon alongside Ethan Ryder. Keep tuning in at Frank Fletcher Gymnasium. Welcome back. Second quarter action about to be underway. I'm Jordan Spurgeon alongside Ethan Ryder here at Frank Fletcher Gymnasium. Casteel, really solid first quarter, Ethan, up 11-6. What did you see from them
I think we saw exactly what Coach Casario said he would see out of Casteel. I think we're seeing a man-to-man zone defense that they kind of switch off of both, which makes it hard as a team to really figure out what they're doing on defense every time down the floor, which really is causing confusion for Gilbert's offense so far.
They're letting the bodies hit the floor using the size advantage. First shot of the second quarter, no good from Greco. Offensive foul on Carson Ledbetter. Good positioning there from Carter Carab to force the over-the-back foul.
And we're seeing Carson is very important for Casteel. And I think we're also seeing Carter Carab's importance, especially with their big man out this game, Reed Shue.
Nico Penaludi, the leading scorer for Gilbert, yet to make a basket tonight, has been getting double teamed again. Turnover this time. Isaiah Newcomb in transition, up for the easy layup. Isaiah Newcomb, good for Casteel in transition, make it 13-6 Colts over Gilbert. Drive into the lane, Penaludi, no good there. Newcomb with the rebound, pushing the tempo. Being relentless here, the freshman. Kicks it out to Sherwood. Sherwood looking one-on-one, gets a screen. Nice screen there. Kicks it out to Greco. Greco back to Sherwood. Trying to work the post, but nothing's there. Good defense there from number 5. Get the switch on the pick and roll. Goes out to Newcomb. Missed opportunity there on the cut. Newcomb almost pulls over mid-range. Sherwood from the corner. Nothing but net. Splash City for Sherwood. Make that 3 threes tonight.
Cool him off.
He's got the hot hand. Make it 16-6, and that's going to force a timeout. Ethan, the ball movement right now has been spectacular.
Can't miss.
Sherwood.
The ball movement's
3 of 4
great,
from
and
downtown.
I think what we're seeing is Gilbert's trying to counter that height advantage that Casteel has, and they're having players just kind of sit underneath the basket to try and stop those post players. So it's opening up shot opportunities for people like Sherwood, and if you're hitting the shot, that shot's going to be open because that's something that Gilbert's just going to have to take, because with the height advantage, if you try to guard those shots, they're just going to get easy layups all game. So your hope is that they don't make all these shots. But Sherwood so far has proven that wrong, as he has 9 points on 3 for 3 from 3.
Yeah, this is what Coach Windler said. He believed in his team. He said they hadn't been hitting shots all season, and that's been part of their struggles, but they did have a 5-game winning streak that was ended last week as well. So they're trying to turn it on. If you're Gilbert, you got to get back to playing your game. Right now, Casteel is dominating the tempo. They're dominating in the paint. If you're Gilbert, you got to get back to playing your brand of basketball. Don't go into what Casteel wants, and we'll go from there. So out of the timeout, Scott takes up the floor to Elijah Johnson. Mishandled pass there by Holm. Penaludi. First of the night is good. Penaludi makes his first basket. Pull-up jumper looking really crisp there. And the leading scorer gets on the board for the first time tonight.
You can see why he's the leading scorer. That was a very clean jumper. The mechanics look really good on that one. Nothing but net.
So Sherwood working it. We're going to get an offensive foul.
It's like on Carson Ledbetter again.
In case you can't tell, me and Ethan are pretty into fashion and shoes. And for Penaludi, it's got to be the two shoes, right?
I think
the lime green and the bright orange.
Probably the shoes of the game. I do like the pink ones, though. The pink ones are not bad on Casteel as well.
Coming in with the kicks. All right, 16-8. Johnson pulls up from downtown, just off the side of the rim. Rebound there by Carson Ledbetter. Kicks it to Sherwood. Sherwood commanding the offense. He's made 3 threes tonight. Going around the paint. Good screen by Ledbetter. Ledbetter calls for the ball, but they don't kick it to him this time. Tyson Coleman works inside, goes up strong. Not strong enough, but Ledbetter is there for the rebound and the easy putback basket. And I stress the importance of saying easy because that was easy for Carson Ledbetter.
And the thing is, there were 3 guys around him. It shouldn't necessarily have been that easy, but he bullied his way in there, and he has the height that it just looked effortless.
18-8. Casteel leads by 10. Working inside the paint. Oh, nice cut, nice pass. Good offense there from Gilbert.
That's going to be needed. That's going to be needed for Gilbert to get inside, because the big players on Casteel are just sitting there, and they're kind of allowing them to because they're not really being aggressive on offense.
Simplify the offense. Sherwood. Nice pass to Ledbetter. Makes it look easy, but he does miss. Gets the offensive board. Misses again. Almost gets a 3rd offensive board. Nice save there from Carter Doucette for Gilbert.
On the team, Carter Doucette. He doesn't start, but he's got the captain's. He's a captain for a reason.
Showing the captain's heart right there.
Yeah.
So 18-8, I'm Jordan Spurgeon alongside Ethan Ryder here at Frank Fletcher Gymnasium, bringing you all the action between Casteel and Gilbert boys basketball tonight. 2 teams duking it out. Casteel controlling the tempo early on tonight. It's out of the quick break. Casteel. Sherwood taking up the floor. Takes it to Newcomb. Newcomb working one-on-one. Gets it to Mosley. Mosley, nice cut inside. Easy layup, rolling off the fingertips.
The key word here is patience. They're being patient. They're not they're not rushing any shots, and they're just taking the shots that are given to them. And I think you can't really say that on the Gilbert side.
Yeah, Penaludi there, you can see he was really trying to force the effort, and he does end up having 3 men around him. Gets the foul there, but he was working under some trouble there, and it was almost a travel violation. But he does get the foul, so good job there by Penaludi.
I think that's a big reason why Sherwood has those 3 threes. All 3 of those threes were fairly open, if not wide open, because they're just taking their time. That last bucket as well, from Mason Mosley was an easy bucket. So, I mean, they're finding an easy ways to score, which is always good in terms of a whole game and trying to keep scoring.
So Penaludi at the top of the key, keeping him out of the paint. That's an interesting change we've seen so far. Penaludi pulls up for mid-range, almost knocks it in. Nice jumper there, but no good. Newcomb with the rebound. Newcomb forcing pressure again. Sherwood from downtown, just off the back of the rim. Almost made his 4-3. Penaludi kicking it up the floor. Slows down, lets the offense come to him. Scott, direct in traffic. Looking like a quarterback. Scott gets it to Johnson. Penaludi, nice cut into the paint. Johnson not able to find him. Karab gets doubled, back out to Johnson. Back to Scott. Scott pulls up for mid-range. Just off the side of the rim there, no good.
Shifty move there, a little sidestep.
Sherwood working one-on-one, staying patient like we said. Screen from Coleman to Newcomb. Back to Nate Coe. Mason Mosley showing the patience from downtown. Just off the front of the rim as he falls down. No foul.
There was some contact there. There definitely was a call there, possibly.
Penaludi from downtown pulls up early. No good.
Looks like an defensive foul. So Gilbert's going to keep the ball. Looks like a push on the rebound, possibly.
Now it looks like it is going to be against Gilbert, yes.
Gilbert instead, which you would assume makes sense because of the height disadvantage. Someone was trying to get a rebound, possibly over someone a little too big.
Yeah, typically there's going to be a foul called there 9 times out of 10. All right, so welcome into Frank Fletcher Gymnasium. If you're just tuning in, thank you for tuning in. I'm Jordan Spurgeon, alongside Ethan Ryder, bringing you the action, and it's 20-10, Casteel over Gilbert. Ethan, we've talked about it a lot, but this is the game that Coach Aaron Windler for Casteel wanted to play. He said his teams are playing just fine. He didn't want to change anything. He knew there were some holes they could exploit. All they needed to do was hit shots, and so far they're hitting them. Sherwood leading the way. 3 threes. Nothing but net each time. They're looking good right now.
And even the one that he missed looked like a good one online. And I think the big storyline right now is just Penalude's shots aren't quite falling. None of them have been terrible shots to the point that he's just completely off today. But they've been off the back iron, off the side iron, in and out kind of shots. And I think for Gilbert to be good, he's normally the one hitting those shots. And those shots are normally falling. And a couple of those shots, and this is a lot closer of a game.
Good news, depending on which side of the spectrum you fall on. Both teams have come back from 15-plus deficits this year and made it a game, so we'll see what happens from Gilbert tonight. You can never count them out. They're one of the top teams in the state. Casteel Sherwood working. Nice screen there. A little bit of bumping in the traffic, though. Try to get it back to Sherwood. No good there. Picked off by Penaludi. Penaludi. We kick it to Johnson. Johnson from downtown. Nice defense from Isaiah Newcomb. Rebound Penaludi. Shot goes up off the glass. Nice and easy. Good positioning to go over the bigger man, get the board, go up and make the shot.
And he's the leading scorer and rebounder for a reason.
Newcomb having a little trouble near half court. Got to make sure he doesn't go out of bounds. And they do force it out of bounds. Turnover there. Nice defense from Gilbert. Really forcing the freshman to try and show off the handles. They get the better of him that time.
I do have to say, maybe not so on that play, but Jeremiah Newcomb does not look like a freshman out there. He looks like someone who has been here before. And a little bit of a mistake there. And, you expect it from freshmen, but he's been playing well so far tonight.
So Gilbert trying to work the paint. Newcomb comes back and is aggressive, coming in on the double team in the paint.
Love that.
Draws the foul.
Absolutely love that. You lose the ball on the other end. You put a little bit of extra effort on the defensive end to try to win it back. He gets close, but will just not quite get the ball there. It's a close one, though. Love that effort.
So Gilbert retains possession. See what their half-court play is. Downtown, Penaludi. Shot is good. Penaludi from downtown.
And visible frustration from Coach Windler for Casteel there. It's an open shot for the star player. They've done so well on him so far tonight, and he still has 7 points right now. So shows just how good of a player he is. They played such good defense on him, and he's still getting the points.
So nice offensive set so far for the Colts. Have not been able to get inside the lane. Trying to stay patient. Newcomb. Nice job with the footwork. Oh, it bounces off one of the Gilbert defenders' feet. Newcomb retains possession. Sherwood pulls up from downtown. Shot clanks off the front of the rim. No good for Sherwood that time. Has not been able to find it from downtown so far in the second quarter.
Sitting here wishing he's making them. Went insane in the first quarter.
Every time it goes up, you expect it to be in. That's how he's been playing tonight. Penaludi working double team. Nice defense there from Casteel. Got a floater alert. Shot goes up. Shot is good. Landon McNusa. Floater alert.
That one went to the moon and back.
That's how you draw up a floater right there. That's one of the most underrated shots in basketball, and he operated that to perfection there.
And with the height that they're playing against, I'm expecting to see a couple more of those tonight.
So Sherwood works off the screen. Not able to get it rolling, forced to pick up his dribble. They get it inside the lane, triple team. From downtown, shot was tipped out of his hand. Newcomb goes in. Aggressive, trying to get the rebound. Gonna get a jump ball, and that's gonna go to Gilbert.
And once again, you love that effort. I would love to coach a player like that. Be like that kind of player. The players on the team love that kid.
He came out of nowhere.
They love him because he came out of nowhere. That effort. Of course, he makes a mistake on one, and it's like he's been the Tasmanian devil trying to get the ball back, and that's sort of like you don't even know where he's coming from. Tries to get the ball on the other end. He's clearly has the high motor, high work ethic necessary to be a star.
Jeremiah Newcomb had that instilled in him from a young age, and he's showcasing here as a freshman. At Casteel also plays football as well. Was on varsity making plays as a defensive back this year.
And I mean, you can see he's been in the weight room as well. In terms of a freshman that looks as toned as he does, that's impressive and shows that work.
7 seconds left. Shot up, goes up, no good. It's going to go out of bounds off of Gilbert. So 3.8 seconds left for Casteel to either end the half or try to extend the lead.
Nice little run from Gilbert here to get within 3. On our last break, it was 10.
See what they draw up here. Sherwood. Oh, pass goes off. Easy bucket there for Penaludi. Takes advantage of the mistake. What was a 3-point game turns into 1. Casteel leads 20-19 at half over Gilbert. And Ethan, that was quite a half of basketball. We saw a lot. We saw Casteel jump out to a 10-point lead at one point. They led 20-10 a few minutes ago. It's now 20-19. What adjustments did you see from Gilbert there over the last few minutes?
I think they were just a little more patient on offense. I think a lot of the difference in the teams were there was so much patience, so much just patience from the team. From Casteel at the beginning, they were getting easy shots. They were getting wide open shots as well. And that's just what they were looking for. And then you're looking at the second into the half, Gilbert, it flip-flopped. And Gilbert were the more patient team, and they were finding shots that they needed to. And I also think Penaludi started hitting shots. And I think once that happens, it's definitely a good thing for Gilbert.
Yeah, Penaludi got rolling there near the end of the first half. He was shut out in the first quarter, and he really got the ball rolling there near the end of the second quarter. And for Casteel, they've played the brand of basketball that they wanted to play. Coach Windler talked about it before the game. He wanted his team to be hitting shots. He wanted them to push the tempo, and so far they've done just that.
And it's exactly what you'd expect. I think Windler was the coach that said they need to hit shots, but a team like Gilbert, when you're playing against a team with so much height in Casteel, they got to make shots too. And I don't think they were quite falling at the beginning, and they did start falling towards the end. And then the defensive intensity with Gilbert, I think they weren't allowing as much easy buckets, which helped them as well.
All right, so don't go anywhere. Grab some dinner, grab a nice drink, whatever you need. Some water, some iced tea, whatever it is, have a snack. We'll be right back. We're here at Frank Fletcher Gymnasium. I'm Jordan Spurgeon alongside Ethan Ryder. 20-19 Casteel over Gilbert at halftime. Ethan taking over the play-by-play duties in the second half. We'll be back in a few minutes. Welcome back into Frank Fletcher Gymnasium. I'm Jordan Spurgeon alongside Ethan Ryder. Casteel boys basketball versus Gilbert tonight, the number 27 team in Arizona, number 4 in Division 5A. Casteel with the first half lead, 20-19.
This
Saw
is
a lot
looking
in
like
this
one
one.
that's going to go down to the wire, especially how the two teams are playing. It's possible one team goes on a run, though. But if they continue to play how they were, looks like it's just kind of going to go back and forth, kind of pendulum-like.
At one point, a 20-10 lead for Casteel. Gilbert goes on a 9-0 run to end the half. Fortunate shot at the end. A little bit of time mismanagement from Casteel. A little turnover with 3 seconds left. Now they've got to turn it around, and Ethan's going to take over the play-by-play duties. So, Ethan, let's take it away here. We've got 45 seconds till the second half starts, and this will be a fun one here at Frank Fletcher Gymnasium. Once again, Jordan Spurgeon alongside Ethan Ryder. Thank you for tuning in. For those that are watching because they're not going to be able to be here, we're glad to be able to give you some of the highlights, and hopefully there's a little extra stuff that you like from the stream as well besides just seeing your son playing. If not, you know, fun as well.
So it's a side out for Casteel, who's going to start off this second half with a loud roar from the Gilbert side of the benches. And here's Jeremiah Newcomb inside to Coleman. And that height right there, big block from Karab there.
Karab's
huge block. He said, no, no, no. Penelude pulls up on the other end, tries to bank it in, it doesn't fall.
That was the old, not in the post that time, but the Tim Duncan shot high off the glass.
Timmy Duncan. Can't quite get the banking on that one. Sherwood, aggressive drive, and another block from Gilbert.
It's a SWAT party to start the second half.
Got that time. See you later.
About to start seeing some stuff coming down from the ceilings. The SWAT team is here so far in the second half.
Ooh, a little bit of tip pass there. Sherwood takes the ball, and another tip. This is some huge defense from Gilbert so far.
Gilbert playing inspired ball. Whatever the halftime speech was, it had to really light a fire under them after that 9-0 run.
Another side out for Casteel. Sherwood was on fire at the beginning of the game. Newcomb takes it up out top. Newcomb loses the ball. Tampa Scott is hyped. I don't know what was said at halftime, but there was a roar at the beginning of the second half from the Gilbert sideline, and it's continued on the field, it seems, on the court, it seems. And Tampa Scott's going to take it up again. He has a block and a forced turnover here at the beginning, and Karab back out to Scott. Of course, third year, 11 points per game so far this year. Has been a big part of Gilbert's offense and team in general, ball handling duties. Now it's outside to Penelude. Dribbles in, goes off his foot. Sherwood picks it up, but he gives it up again to Gilbert. Penelude's inside, and it's going to be a foul called there on Greco.
Yeah, reaching foul there. A pretty quick transition. You look down to check something, you look back up, the ball's turned over again. So both teams may be playing a little bit overly aggressive right now, but so far the energy for Gilbert has been unmatched by the Colts.
And that's for sure. And I think it's been a little bit sloppy here. I think there's a lot of fire inside Gilbert, and Casteel hasn't been able to quite stop it so far. Eliza Johnson from downtown, and it's good. Eliza Johnson from downtown stepping in for the injured Reed Shuey, and he's hitting threes. And now Tampa Scott, oh my gosh, get hype here in Colt country. Gilbert is taking over.
It may be a mostly empty gymnasium, but don't tell that to Gilbert's bench. They are loud, they are proud, and they have a 22-20 lead, their first since the first quarter.
Huge play so far from Tampa. Scotty slapped the ground before forcing an illegal screen. And Tampa Scott, something got into him in the second half. Eliza Johnson down low, outside the grab, and here is Tampa Scott up top on the right wing. Now on top of the key, drives in, tough floater is good. Tampa Scott, have yourself a beginning to the second half.
Like we said
now
before,
on defense again on Sherwood. Man with a mission. And here's Greco inside. Floater by Ledbetter is good. Carson Ledbetter gets in on the scoring action, and now it's 24-22 to Gilbert. Tampa Scott drives in, tries to kick it. Good defense from Newcomb there. Knees it out. It's going to be Gilbert ball in their offensive end.
The energy is picking up for both teams. You can feel it. It's rubbing off on the entire gymnasium here at Frank Fletcher Gymnasium.
Tampa Scott, good pass inside, and Penalute with an easy layup.
Perfectly
No
drawn
contest.
up, perfectly executed. That's exactly what you want out of a...
And who was part of it? Tampa Scott again with the assist on the inbounds pass. Sherwood outside to Greco, and Penalute blocks it, but it looks like his foot was out of bounds. Couldn't quite see what was happening on that corner of the court. And it looks like his foot was out of bounds, but a great block from Penalute. Casteel can't get anything going. And now it's going to be an end out. Sherwood to Newcomb. Can he get something going for the Colts? More tough defense in the floaters and air ball, and Penalute comes down with it. Now to Elijah Johnson. Drives inside. Tough take and blocked by Ledbetter. There might have been some sort of foul there. No call from the refs, and up the other end come the Colts. Newcomb, air ball. Ledbetter's there for the offensive rebound, and look who's there again. Elijah Johnson tips it out. And come the other way is Gilbert, and offensive foul. Once again, brilliant effort from Newcomb to get in position to force that offensive foul from Penalute.
Newcomb does not look like a freshman. He is playing well beyond his years, and he is bringing an energy and fire that is much needed for this Casteel team.
That's a veteran play to draw that offensive charge. And here he is. They trust him to take the ball up in a game where the defense has become very tight from Gilbert. Not sure if that was the notes from Coach Casario at halftime, but they've been unbelievable on the defensive end so far. Here's Tampa Scott, who's been at the heart of most of it. Sherwood for three, connects. You betcha. Sherwood from deep, and he hits, and that's his fourth three of the game.
The threes he's hit tonight have all been just picture perfect.
Now Tampa Scott on the inside, and his floater off the glass, and he yells to the fans. This man is on a mission. You can see it in his eyes. He wants to score a lot right now, and he wants to win this game. And this man has just some sort of determination at the halftime. I don't know if Casario said something to him. I don't know, but on defense and offense, he has been the catalyst for almost everything so far in this half for Gilbert. And here he is again on Sherwood. Takes it in, kicks out to Newcomb on the right wing. Newcomb down here inside, back to Newcomb. Newcomb with the step back three off the right iron and out. And you betcha, Tampa Scott with the rebound. He comes inside. Foul, bucket, they don't count it. So that's going to be a foul on the pull-up, but they're not going to count the shot. It's going to be a side out for Gilbert.
Yeah, lucky foul call there for Casteel. Shot no good. It's going to be an out-of-bounds play. It was not a shooting foul. And if you're Casteel, you got to get back to playing your brand of basketball. First half early on, as they call the timeout here, they were really good at pushing the tempo and forcing Gilbert to play Casteel basketball. This half, it has been a complete 180. Gilbert has forced Casteel to play Gilbert basketball, and that is fed right into the hands of Gilbert. That's why they are up 28-25.
And I think the big thing, though, is they're playing Gilbert basketball, and it looks like they're absolutely dominating. They're down by 3 coming in, and now they're only up by 3. So somehow Casteel have kept themselves in this in terms of some easy buckets inside, and then, of course, Sherwood. Man can't miss. I mean, he might as well be Steph Curry that we're watching tonight.
Yeah, Sherwood has been phenomenal so far. I see a lot of photographers here. They have to have some poster shots of his shots from downtown tonight, because they have been nothing but net, smooth stroke out of the hand, and he's been on fire tonight. They're going to need more out of Sherwood down the stretch. So watch for Gilbert to start defending him a little bit more tightly from beyond the arc.
And, of course, you got to talk about Tampa Scott, captain, making captain plays. Are you kidding me? Came out of the locker room in this half, and like I said, there's something in his eyes right now. He's got the determination. It's Mamba mentality-esque.
Something in his eyes, something in his name. We just saw a Super Bowl team from Tampa playing in Tampa win the game.
Look at that pass inside. Penalute's layup doesn't fall, and the rebound goes to Coleman. And they push up the field. Mosley, whoa, what a pass from Newcomb. The layup is no good from Coe.
Tough shot.
Now Gilbert come the other way with Perry. Perry, good pass. Another great cut from Penelude, and his layup, an easy layup with no contest, is good. And now it's 30-25 to Gilbert as Newcomb takes the ball up the other way. Up at the top, forceful bounce pass inside, and Newcomb now on the right wing, dribbles in, pull-up jumper, off. Penelude with the rebound, and Gilbert come the other way. Here's Perry, just come in, behind the back pass, and they call it travel. I thought maybe it was tipped. Great little bit of innovation to have that behind the back pass, but it is going to be a travel.
Yeah, so far what we're seeing, what I'm noticing, Ethan, the second half, Gilbert's done a really good job playing the simple portion of the game. Easy cuts, and they're taking advantage of it. What we saw from Casteel in the first half, they had some of those opportunities. They weren't able to take advantage of them. And so far in the second half, they have not been able to do so either. So if Casteel wants to stay in this one, they're going to have to find a way to limit those opportunities for Gilbert and take advantage of them inside the lane themselves.
And I think so far what we're seeing is what Coach Wingler said at the beginning. They got to make shots. And so far, Sherwood has made a lot of them, but they're going to have to continue to make shots because what's open is shots, not layups inside. So, and it looks like, I'm not exactly sure what happened, but Gilbert's going to have the ball on the inbounds. Maybe they reversed the traveling call, or maybe they called a foul. Penelude is going to take the shot from three. That looked good from where we were sitting. Clanks off the iron. Perry, and they're going to call a foul. Oh, I think I'm going to have to agree with Ledbetter there. From this positioning, that looked like it was all ball. But either way, great offensive rebound from J.J. Perry, and now he's going to have a chance at the free throw line.
Yeah, it's a tough call. He towers over him, and, getting his arms wrapped up a little bit, it's kind of easy for him to just reach down and get all ball, and they called a foul on that one, so tough break there for Ledbetter.
I'm definitely not surprised given he was behind him.
Yeah.
Normally that's a foul, but because of his height, I think it might not have been. But either way, Perry's at the free throw line to take his first, and it will fall. That gives Gilbert a 6-point lead with 2:32 remaining in the third quarter.
Yeah, we haven't seen too many free throw attempts from either team so far tonight. We'll see if Gilbert's able to get more of these, take advantage.
A little bit of fan involvement trying to get the free throw man off, but Perry does not take it, and he makes it. Oh, good little deke for there from Sherwood. Passes outside to Mosley from three, and it's good. Three-pointer from Mason Mosley, and it's a 4-point game. They're making shots from downtown like no other. Tampa Scott outside to Johnson. Johnson pulls up off the right iron, and Ledbetter gets the rebound, and here come the Colts the other way.
Got to make shots. Mosley gets in on the last possession. Haven't seen that so far. We'll see what Sherwood pulls together here.
Sherwood outside to Mason Mosley. Can he make two in a row? Yes, he can! Mason Mosley from downtown for 2 plays in a row, and it's a 1-point game.
It's heat check time. Mason Mosley heating up tonight.
And here is Scott for Gilbert. His little flurry in the first bit of this quarter has them in front, but only by one. Penelude inside with the fake shot outside to Karab. Pull-up jumper from the free throw line is good.
Stop the bleeding, stop the momentum. Nice possession there from Gilbert. They didn't take a bad shot.
Ledbetter was wide open inside there. Sherwood out top, outside of Mason Mosley. Sure, he can't make three in a row. Doesn't try. Sherwood, here's Mosley. Oh, fake shot, he's gonna shoot again. Mason Mosley, it's an air ball. What a rebound, and one! Count the bucket!
Preston Greco showing the effort, getting up, jumping at the rim. Easy rebound on the air ball, makes it look like an alley-oop. We cannot have drawn that up any better. If you ask him after the game, he might say that was an alley-oop.
I was gonna say, if I was Mason Mosley, I'd say I was passing that all day long.
That was not a 3 attempt, right?
No, not at all. He wasn't shooting that. It was a great pass.
But what a great effort there from
vision,
Casteel.
unbelievable vision. I don't even think LeBron James has that vision. Great pass, but that rebound and putback for the and one. Now the free throw connects, and it's a tie ball game with a minute to go in the third quarter.
Energy picking up, parents that are here getting behind the teams.
That's one of those plays that can change a game. Carter Karab here. Passes outside to Penelude, who sees Johnson out wide on the right wing. He takes the ball inside to Karab, who takes a pull-up jumper again, in and out. Ledbetter with another rebound. Rebounding presence so far in this game, and Sherwood to take the ball up again. Sherwood, good crossover into the lane. Euro step Layup is no good. Rebound out wide, blocked by Penelude on the 3, and he stays in bounds. And now they come the other way.
That was impressive, staying in bounds after that block.
Johnson from 3, off the back iron. Ledbetter tries to get the rebound, and it looks like it's going to be a foul. Not exactly sure who that was, either Penelude or Karab. And it looks like it is going to be Penelude. It definitely looked like a foul from our angle. Tie ball game with 15.7 left in the third quarter. It doesn't get much better than this. 3 points on both ends, layups and ones. We've got it all here at Frank Fletcher Gymnasium. 15.7 left to go in the third. And they give the ball once again to the freshman phenom, Newcomb, to take it up with the pink shoes. 10 seconds left. Newcomb outside to Mosley, dribbles around the point, drives inside, gets blocked. Looks like Scott again from full court. No way, and it's not in. A little bit too long, and it looked like a little to the right as well. But you couldn't ask for anything better than this. A tie ball game, 34-34, going into the last quarter in the game. We're here at Frank Fletcher Gymnasium. Jordan, what'd you see there in that third quarter?
Yeah, I saw nothing but energy. If anyone here was falling asleep for whatever reason, they are awake now. This was an exciting half. I think we really saw Gilbert come out and be overly aggressive. I think they were too overly aggressive in the first half and more under control. This time it was a controlled aggression, and they were able to make some noise. But Casteel showed some heart. We talked with Coach before the game, and he had mentioned, you know, their last game was a loss. They were down by 20 at one point. They came back, and they got it to within 6. They showed a lot of heart. They get down here by 3 after blowing a lead up at 10 points at one point, and now they're here. They tie the game. They bring it back. 2 threes for Mason Mosley, and you couldn't ask for a better game here on Tuesday night.
Yeah, it's just the three-point shooting, and I think Penelude is kind of finding himself into the game, but and Tampa Scott was as well at the beginning of that quarter. That was an unbelievable, I think that was about 4 or 5 minutes of just Tampa Scott dominance. And I think that's really what got Gilbert the lead, and then right back at you with the three-pointers from Casteel. Wendler said it at the beginning of the game. He said, you got to make shots. They made some, and it's a tie game.
Matchup to watch for in the fourth quarter, Dre Sherwood and Tampa Scott. Sherwood has been lighting it up from downtown, but outside of that, Tampa Scott, when he's tried to get into the lane, he has shut down Sherwood. That's going to be the matchup to watch for defensively here, outside of the size disadvantages and other places. That's the matchup to watch here in the fourth quarter.
I think there's a big matchup as well down low with Carson Ledbetter and Carter Karab. Carter Karab got his first NAIA offer January 16th from Warner Pacific University, my bad. Him and Carson Ledbetter, when it gets to these late stages, defensive rebounds are huge, and we'll see who ends up getting more. Here is that battle. Carson Ledbetter goes inside and hits. Carson Ledbetter just backs him down and makes that layup. Great little play from Carson Ledbetter, and it's now 36-34 lead. Scott on the other end, crossover in and out. Great crossover from Scott. It's going to stay with Gilbert on the offensive end. It's a great crossover there. Shook his defender, rises up with confidence, and it's in and out.
Here's where it's time to check the emotions, keep the energy high, but don't get too emotional here in the fourth quarter.
Now Karab down low. Big man layup. I said it, both of them have got to do some things on the defensive end in terms of rebounding, but offensively, both big men getting a bucket here at the beginning of the fourth. As Newcomb comes the other way for the Colts. Scott, once again, step for step, stride for stride. Effort on the defensive end. Still effort as a switch. Passed out to Coleman. Nate Coe getting some minutes here in the fourth. Here he is. Tampa Scott called for the foul as he was trying to fight over the screen. And you'd love to see it. Of course, he gets called for a foul there, but the effort from Scott right now, you see why he is a captain of this team. Yeah,
Scott is really bringing the energy. He's bringing up his teammates, and you love to see the aggression there.
Side out for Colts with 7:07 remaining here in the fourth. It's a tie ball game at 36. And Scott's there again, stride for stride with Newcomb. Here is Coe on the right-hand side. Step back jumper, and it's a little bit long. Here's Elijah Johnson to take it up for Gilbert. Karab outside to Perry. He goes inside on Coe, tries to lay it up. Carson Ledbetter was there to meet him. Newcomb down the other way, all the way. Good pass. And they call a offensive foul?
Traveling violation.
Traveling violation. I thought he might have passed it before that happened, but they end up calling that traveling violation. Once again, very aggressive play that might have cost him just being a little too aggressive in that instance.
Pushing the
Scott
tempo.
comes the
Casteel
other way.
wants to do.
Talk about being aggressive. Scott has been so far in the second half. Penelude outside to him for the three. And it's off short. Great rebound, up and in. Carson home. One of the big guys for Gilbert in terms of their team, and that is some great offensive work.
Stepping in and filling some shoes for Reed Shuey, number 32, and he's done a pretty decent job tonight when given the opportunity.
And here is Coe. Inside to Coleman. He kicks it outside to Newcomb. He's still on the left wing. Inside, he thinks he got fouled, Carson Ledbetter, but Penelude ends up with the ball. Here in transition, kicks it out to Johnson on the right wing. Inside to Karab for the pull-up jumper, it's good! You can see why Karab is getting offers. That's a sweet jumper from mid-range for the big man.
The
And it's now a
mid-range.
40-36 lead for Gilbert. But there's a foul on Gilbert as Casteel are coming up the other way, and it looks like Dre Sherwood is going to come back into the game. Windler couldn't wait any longer to put in the three-point magician. As it's a 4-point lead for Gilbert, 5:42 remaining here in the fourth.
Yeah, this game's coming down to the wire. 5:42 remaining. Casteel, we saw them push the tempo a couple times, haven't been able to convert as of late. They're going to have to continue to try to get out in transition to make this a game.
Look at Tampa Scott down in the squat position. Inside, great pass to Ledbetter. Sherwood outside. Graco. Here is Coleman. He tries to dribble in, and Johnson tips it away. Coleman gets the ball from Penelude, drives inside, and they call the foul. Sounds like it might have been on Elijah Johnson.
So Casteel retains possession. Down by 4, 5:22 remaining.
It's going to be out on the baseline, Sherwood, and it's a 5-second violation.
Great defense from Gilbert there, forcing the 5-second violation. They closed all the lanes. No one was able to cut, and they were not able to get the ball in bounds in time.
And now they caught the other way with a 4-point lead. 5:19 remaining in the fourth. Scott takes the ball up, the main ball handler for Gilbert. He kicks it out in the left wing to Johnson. Perry on the other side, and great steal, and they call a foul.
Looks like he grabbed the wrist there, and it was just slight enough.
It's right in front of us here, and it was a questionable one.
It's a tough call.
Tough call for sure. Graco doesn't agree with it. Penelude does. He did seem to feel like he got grabbed. Or maybe he didn't think it was a foul on him. He would have been shocked in that presence. Karab now kicks out to Perry for three. Great defense from Newcomb, who says he got a block. Shows the tip finger right in front of our table here.
Mark that
Great
down.
effort. Unbelievable effort from Newcomb, as we've been seeing from him all night. Mosley from three, off on the left iron, and Perry's there to get the rebound. Still a 4-point lead for Gilbert. A little bit of a scoring slump for both teams. Tampa Scott drives in on Sherwood. Good defense. Johnson now drives in on Newcomb. Good pass to Perry on the left wing. He drives in. Great layup from Perry. And it's a 6-point lead for Gilbert. Hangs in the air there for a couple seconds, and a timeout and another roar from the Gilbert section as they have a 6-point lead with 4:24 remaining in the fourth. We'll take a break here. We're at Frank Fletcher Gymnasium, and we are taking you for Gilbert versus Casteel boys basketball. We'll be right back. I'm Ethan Ryder alongside Jordan Spurgeon. And we are back here at Frank Fletcher Gymnasium as the Gilbert Lions are taking on the Casteel Colts. 4:24 remaining, and Gilbert has a 6-point lead in the fourth. Sherwood to take the ball up and get another roar from the Gilbert section. The energy they've had in this second half has been unmatched. Mosley out wide to Newcomb. On the right wing is Sherwood. He gives it to Newcomb. Freshman taking a lot of ball handling responsibilities. Outside to Greco. Dribbles into Ledbetter. Pops out to Sherwood for three. Short and in! A shooter's touch from Trey Sherwood. Who else would it have been? It bounces out to him. The last thing Gilbert would have wanted, and he knocks from downtown.
Sherwood with the smooth footwork, making sure that was a three. He got the ball inside the line, step back, makes it look easy.
And another foul on Penelude. You can see how aggressive they've been on Penelude defensively.
They know he's the leading scorer. They know he can create his own shot. They know he's an elite cutter. So what you got to do, you just got to put men on him all game long, make it tough for him, and so far they've done a good job of that here in the fourth quarter.
And I think that's how you can tell how good of a player he's been. It's been his cuts that have been getting him most of his points. Scott to Carrap. 3-point Gilbert lead. Penelude for three. Short. Rebound for Perry. No call. Push. Offensive foul on Perry. He got the offensive rebound, but the refs deemed it a push, and it looks like they might be in the bonus.
And Coach Casario is not happy about that. He's questioning the ref and trying to figure out why they called that, and now it looks like, yes, they're in the bonus. So 2 free throws coming up for Casteel, and that's a huge foul call here. And
big free throws as well. If you can hit these, it's a 1-point game. Right now, Gilbert lead by 3 with 3:34 remaining in the fourth. Greco at the free throw line. First one is up and good. Big free throw. Ice in the veins there from Preston Greco. He's going to take a second free throw. Another roar from the Gilbert section. And ice in his veins. Bounces around and drops.
Couple of shots have been bouncing around lately, and they're falling in for Casteel.
It's a 1-point game, 1-point Gilbert lead as they take it up the court through Scott. Carab inside to Johnson. Great defense, and they call a foul. Once again, it's Newcomb again. I can't say enough about this kid's mentality and his effort so far today.
We're witnessing great effort on both sides, and we're seeing really great basketball. That play call, that cut was amazing, but the defense by Newcomb and the effort there, despite the foul, is something that you love watching.
Definitely,
in basketball.
And another free throw missed by Johnson. That looked like it hit off of Penelude, and it does. Casteel ball down 1, 3:21 remaining in the fourth. It's a big free throw miss. Greco on the other side, ice in his veins. Elijah Johnson couldn't quite finish it. It was definitely an in and out. And now Casteel come the other way, only down by 1. Trey Sherwood here on the right wing, probably trying to get a 3 for himself, how he's been shooting so far today. Newcomb and the pass, not on the same page, and it's a turnover. Looked like his intended target was Nate Coe, who had started to make his cut, and Newcomb hadn't realized.
Tough break there.
Great
Nice tip
defense
pass
from Greco, but it goes out. He tips the pass, a little bit of a lazy pass from Penelude, but great defensive pressure from Greco. And now Penelude's going to have to think twice about his pass, but Scott just ended up being way farther away from Greco than he was in that first.
It was so unexpected and out of the blue. I had to jump in there on that one. It was not ready for that.
Penelude now up top to Perry. Good defense again from Newcomb. Dives on the ground. Tries to call a timeout. Gets the ball. And they call a foul. Newcomb all game long with the effort from the freshman. Diving on the ground. Dennis Schroeder-esque, if you saw a couple days ago, Dennis Schroeder dove twice on the ground, and that's the type of, that's on a championship winning team from last year. And that's just effort that wins you games and wins you big games as well, like we're seeing right now. This could be huge free throws from Newcomb if you can knock him down. And here is the first to go up from Newcomb. And it's off and out. And he can't make the clutch free throws. There with 2:42 remaining. They're still only down by 1 as Scott takes it up for Gilbert. Outside to Perry, who's been getting some extended minutes here. He jumps with the floater off the back rim, doesn't bounce in, And great positioning again from Penalute, causes the defensive foul from, it looks like Ledbetter?
That one's going to go
Or
on.
it might have been on
Ledbetter.
Greco.
And with the unit on the floor right now, too, the size advantage that Casteel held most of the game has sort of disappeared, but it does look like Tyson Coleman's going to check back in here in a minute.
Most likely for Nate Coe, if I had to guess. Oh, he comes in for
Ledbetter. Interesting decision there for Casteel. So one big man on the floor.
Maybe going for more shooting prowess. As Penalute here to try and make it a 2-point lead. And the first one drops. Second one will be for a 3-point lead. Still a one-possession game. Casteel are more than in this game. 2:30 remaining in the fourth. Here at Frank Fletcher Gymnasium, Casteel versus Gilbert. And the second free throw drops for Penalute. So it's a 3-point lead, 44-41. Gilbert are leading as Sherwood takes it up for Casteel. Sherwood out wide to Greco on the left wing. Greco dribbling around the 3-point line. Coe up top. Outside to Sherwood. Thought about the three. Dribbles around. Penalute with the good defense. Spin, pirouette. Inside, Coe. Amongst the trees, and he hits. That's Greco. Preston Greco in amongst the trees. Three guys, it looked like, were trying to block him at one point, and he hits the little fadeaway jumper, and it's once again a 1-point game.
Stayed patient, used the pump fake, watched his footwork, and let it fly.
Here's Garab, down on the low post. He goes inside, it's missed. Great defense from Coleman. Offensive rebound, foul by Greco. Great work from Garab there.
Nice work there. Greco almost got all ball, just ran into the body, and that's going to be an easy foul.
And Ledbetter's going to check into the game. Once again, the height as well. It's not much Greco could have done there. Great effort to even try to get that block in the first place. I think trying to make up for the offensive rebound, but it's not necessarily his fault with the 6'6" Garab in there. He's going to take a free throw. He's been making mid-range jumpers so far this game. Can he make the free throw from the same distance? Yes, he can. Nothing but net. So it is a 2-point lead for Gilbert. 1:41 remaining in the fourth.
2-point game, 1:41 remaining. Tuesday night, Frank Fletcher Gymnasium. Doesn't get better than this.
Second free throw is good. Ice in the veins. That's a clean-looking free throw stroke for a big man. Nice. Newcomb now takes it the other way. 1:37 remaining, down by 3. It's in the freshman's hands. What can he do? He passes outside to Dre Sherwood. He's been hot from 3 all game. He kicks out to Newcomb, who takes the 3. Off short. Great work from Greco. Sherwood finds it. He passes outside to Coe. Great work from Greco to get the offensive rebound, and Casteel have another opportunity. 1:16 remaining, down by 3. Sherwood passes out to Newcomb. Newcomb dribbles around Champa Scott. Newcomb goes inside. Tough take. Ledbetter with the offensive rebound, and it falls to Gilbert, and Penalute takes it the other way.
Nice strip by Penalute there.
Timeout, it looks like from Coach Casario for Gilbert. Wants to make sure they take the right shot. It could all but put this game out of reach if they end up getting some sort of bucket here. It makes it a 2-possession game. 3-point
game. You make it a 2-possession game. Then you got to play the foul game.
Interesting take there from Newcomb there. I think he thought he might have been able to get a little bit more leeway than he did on Scott, who once again was there to make that a tough shot. I thought Ledbetter was going to come down with it, but there's a little bit of a scrum down there, and Gilbert ends up taking it away.
Yeah, game-saving play there from Nico Penalute there, being able to strip that out from Ledbetter. Ledbetter could have had the rebound there to give them a second opportunity, and that could change the course of this one. But 46-43, 58 seconds remaining. Gilbert's going to have the ball. And
I believe Landon Lamancusa was also in there as well to take that ball away, number 1 for Gilbert.
It's a team effort. They talked about it before the game. The team is the star. That's something that Coach Casario says to this team a lot. It's not about one player. The team is the star. They're living that motto right now. Up by 3. Down by 10 points at one point in the first half. Down by 1 at half. Lead by 3 with 58 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. And Ethan, there's a shot here, could likely put it away. Not for good, because you can't count either of these teams out. They've proven they can stay in games in unlikely circumstances, but this is a huge stand right here for both teams.
And I gotta say, they might be away, but the roar from players that have sticked around from earlier games and the bench as well, they almost seem like it's a home game to some extent. But here they are to try and make a shot. It looks like Penelude with the ball. Drives inside, fakes, and they call a foul on Greco, who does not agree. The ref does with his own call. And now Penelude will take some free throws. That would make it a 2-possession game if he made either one of them. If he makes both, it would be a 5-point game with 50 seconds remaining. So
don't think I got to say it, but big shots coming up here for Penelude.
They are now in the double bonus, so he's going to take both shots either way. I believe that was also the case for Karab's shot as well.
2 free throws from the leading scorer for Gilbert. Slow start in this game, really got going late in the second quarter. Throughout the second half, he's picked his spots. Now here he is in the biggest moment of the game. On the line, just him and the ball with 2 shots to extend the lead to 2 possessions.
You're a player like Penelude, I think you relish for those opportunities. He was hoping for this opportunity, sleeping last night, dreaming of big shots like this. And the first one goes down.
Easy, nothing but net for Penelude. Make that a 2-possession game now.
Does not look phased. Good question, can he make the second to make it a 5-point game? Yes, he can. There was almost no doubt. Ice in the veins of Penelude, and now a timeout for Windler, as he wants to make sure his team takes a good shot. If the shot doesn't go in here, starting to look likely of a Gilbert win. But if they can make a shot here and make a defensive stand, it might stay otherwise, but we'll have to wait and see.
You want to get a quick shot, preferably a 3, so you have more options later in the game. You want to get a quick shot, and then you got to have a defensive stand so that you don't got to play the foul game. For Gilbert, the difference in this one, we talked a lot about the size disadvantage they had coming into this game, but they've gotten a lot of second chance opportunities in the second half, and that's been the difference. The few times Casteel has, they've either turned it over or they've not been able to convert. That is the big difference in this game. Second chance opportunities. Gilbert has taken advantage of them in the second half. Casteel has just been underwhelming at that point, and that's why we are where we are. It's a 5-point game, but Casteel has a chance to win it. They've got a couple of guys that have been hot from 3 tonight. Sherwood has 5 made threes. Mason Mosley made back-to-back threes earlier in the third quarter. You got to think they're going to look to those 2 guys to potentially get open. We'll see what sort of play they draw up here.
And you would expect they do. A little bit of changes as well. Might have been why he took the timeout. He might be looking for a 3 here. I do not believe Greco's on the floor. Mosley's
in for him for the downtown
as well
shooting.
As Sean Chance. As Newcomb actually goes inside, close to an and one, but it doesn't fall. So Newcomb now will have the chance to 2 free throws to make the game a 3-point game.
Smart decision. I talked about going for the 3. You go for the 3, you miss it, you're pretty much out of it. You go for the 2, you're more likely going to be able to get into the lane. You make it, you stay in the game.
Then you hope for some chicken wings at the free throw line.
So Newcomb, the freshman, big moment here. Football background, played on a really good Casteel football program this year. They were up in 6A. They had a really good season. He was a big reason why on defense. See what he can do for basketball here tonight.
First free throw drops. The freshman guard has been ball handling a lot today. Sharing responsibilities with Dre Sherwood. Here is the second free throw. Drops. Nothing but net. It's a 3-point game, 42 seconds remaining. So trying to trap Gilbert. Perry's open here on the right wing. Scott finds Johnson, who now finds Perry, who takes the layup, and it's good. Huge shot from KJ Perry. It's a 5-point game. 25 seconds remaining. Gilbert lead 50-45. Here's Newcomb to Mosley. He drives in for the 2. It's no good. Rebound for Penelude. No foul yet. Penelude up to Johnson, and he's still not fouled. Newcomb tries to get the ball, saves it, but they call a foul, a push on Newcomb. I'm not exactly sure, but that might be it for this one. A 5-point lead, and Elijah Johnson's at the line for Gilbert. Perry, who didn't start this game, has come in and played a little bit more in the second half. Huge layup there to probably put the game out of question after another missed shot from Casteel, as Johnson takes his first free throw. And it bounces off the rim, the backboard, and in. As that's a 51-45 lead with 9.9 remaining. This free throw would for sure put it out of that. It would be a 3-possession game with 9.9 seconds remaining. And he makes it. So it's going to be a Gilbert win here, a gritty win, a close game, a lot closer than the first game these two teams met. As Sherwood now takes it up. And a shot now off, and Penelude with the rebound. And that's going to be it. As time expires, Gilbert comes away with the 52-45 win. Casteel very gritty so far in this game, and Gilbert comes away with the win, and probably rightly so after what we just saw.
Yeah, Gilbert really turned it around. We talked about it at halftime. Whatever coach said in the locker room worked. They came out with much more fire. We saw Tampa Scott leading the charge on defense and on offense early in the second half, carried them the rest of the way. Different guys stepping up at times. We talked about the second chance opportunities. But Gilbert advances to 6-2. They remain first in 5A Santan. Casteel drops to 5-5 on the season. But like you mentioned, first matchup was a lot less tightly contested. This time, Casteel showed they are ready to compete. They are in the hunt, and they're right there with Gilbert, but Gilbert comes out on top tonight.
And there is no shame from what Casteel did tonight. That was a hard-fought performance, almost a win. Great shooting from a couple of players. But for us, that's it here at the Frank Fletcher Gymnasium. I'm Ethan Ryder alongside Jordan Spurgeon as Gilbert came away with a 52-45 win over Casteel. Thank you guys for watching. We hope you guys have a great night.